Hello and welcome to the second live stream of today from the Freeman's Park campus sort of curriculum areas. And we've got hair and beauty up for you now. So we've got a couple of lecturers from beauty therapy and a lecturer from hair to talk all things hair and beauty to you. So if you've got any questions, make sure to pop them in the comments now and we'll try and answer them over the next half an hour. I'll bring them all on now. I'll stop talking and I'll move on to the team that you actually care about. So first up joining us today is Sharon. Hi, Sharon.
Hello. Yeah.
Hiya.
So my name's Sharon and I'm a beauty therapist. I've been a beauty therapist for many, many years. At college, I teach beauty and also I TA, which is like trainer assessor. So we do a lot of practical treatments and we have an open salon. Not sure how that's going to work when we go back, but hopefully we'll find out. We'll work with it.
Fab. Cool, thanks, Sharon. Next up we have from our hair team is Michelle. Hi, Michelle.
Hi. I'm on the hair department. I work with level 1, 2 and 3 hairdressing and the barbering as well, so you'll see me around on most of the courses. I've been hairdressing for many, many years. I've had my own salon and I decided to move into teaching quite a few years ago, and I really, really do enjoy it. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys.
Oh, thanks, Michelle. Next up, we have Deborah. Hi, Deborah.
Hi. My name's Deborah Burgoyne. I'm the programme lead for the beauty therapy courses. I trained over 30 years ago now. I've been a beauty therapist for that time. I've worked in education for over 20 years, and I've also worked in hill farms, cruise ships, salons. Yeah, that's me.
Nice. Cruise ships. I will definitely be asking you about that later on because that is very exciting. And last but not least, we have Heidi. Hiya, Heidi.
Hello, everybody. I'm Heidi. I've taught beauty therapy for a number of years, and I've been a beauty therapist for even longer amounts of years. I've only ever been in beauty therapy. It's my absolute passion. I love it. And I can teach and do teach on anything from the level 1 right through to the level 3.
Fab. Thanks, everyone. How's everyone doing? All looking very wonderful, I have to be honest. Though I would expect that from you all. So, you know. So before we sort of get into a couple of the questions, I just want to sort of know a little bit about your courses really and sort of what students can expect from your courses if they do sort of join us in September. So if I start with you, Michelle, to talk a little bit about hair and the courses that you're
Yeah, so we've got level 1, 2, 3 hairdressing. We're doing VRQ and we're doing the technicals as well, depending on which sort of area that we design you to. And also we're doing the barbering VRQ this year. With each course, there's different aspects that you're going to be learning. So if we go into level 1, you're learning the basics with your blow dry. You'll do some temporary colouring and shampoo, and you'll work on each other, and you'll have blocks to work on as well. Level 2, you put a little bit more advanced where you're bringing in your cutting skills, and we'll bring in some colouring skills as well. And level 3 is where we move on to more advanced, thinking outside the box and just adding on to what you've learned.
Fab, thanks, Michelle. And then the beauty therapy courses, is there a lot of overlap between your 3 courses, or is there quite sort of distinguished differences between them?
There's quite differences. Do you want me to explain?
Yeah, of course.
Explain them. So we have a level 1 course, which is a VRQ qualification. That's an introduction to beauty therapy. Then we have level 2 technical qualification. So that's learning things like manicures, pedicures, facials, waxing, eye treatments, gel nails, and then level 3 qualification moves on from the level 2. That is also a technical qualification. So we're learning electrical facial treatments, body electrical treatments, body massage, body wraps, stone massage.
Nice, cool. Lots of different kinds of thing there that I have never had done and have no idea what they mean. So that's fantastic. No, I do. I mean to, but people keep making me work during the day, and it's just really annoying. Like, why can't I just go and get a manicure in the middle of the day? Right, so I'll move on to a couple of questions now that we've sort of had sort of submitted by students, and also that we've highlighted as ones that we get quite a lot. So for your courses, what is the sort of practical work to written work balance like? Who wants to start? You go, Deborah. You spoke up first.
I'll go. Yes. Okay. For level 2 and level 3, it's going to be sort of 60-40, 60 practical, 40 theory. Both of those qualifications involve a theory exam, so like a GCSE exam set on at a certain day and time, and then a practical exam again, which is going to be. We set the date and the time. That's normally sort of April time. That practical exam is 6 to 7 hours. So it's a typical working day of a beauty therapist. So that's level 2 and level 3. Level 1 is going to be more sort of 70-30. So there's the practical element, and then there's the theory element. The practical is continual assessments. So you'll learn a treatment, so a manicure, and then you'll be assessed on it. The nice thing about BRQs are that if you don't pass it the first time, then you can do it again. The theory element to level 1 is assignment writing. There's approximately 10 assignments over the course, where you will be given the criteria that you have to write about. You'll submit the assignment, and again, if you don't get it quite right, then you have the chance of putting it right. So that's the difference between the courses.
Cool. And with the practical assessment, is that like a whole day in the salon or do loads of different things, or is it focusing more on one sort of element of beauty therapy, or is it just literally everything?
Do you want to do that, Heidi?
Yeah. So for the level 2 and the level 3, it's called a synoptic assessment. So we do that as one bulk of a day. You won't know what you're going to be expected to do. It's to represent a day in the salon where you would have your column. You won't know what's going to be in that column, and you will do a variety of treatments on a client that's specified for you. In terms of the level 1, you will do individual assessments dependent on what you're doing. So you will know that today you're going to do a manicure, next week you'll do a facial, and like Deborah says, you're able to retake those if you don't quite do it the first time. In terms of the level 2 and the level 3 though, that's graded. So that synoptic only happens once. So we prepare you for that all year by doing practice synoptics, using clients that you don't know and clients that you do know to build your confidence, to make sure that when you come to the real thing, you are totally prepared and completely ready for it.
Amazing, thank you very much. So Michelle, is the sort of written work to practical work very similar for hair and beauty, or is it a little bit is it a little bit different?
It is very similar. The technical, there is a lot of there's revision classes, there's theory classes, and then there's the practical. So yeah, about 60-40 again, with the synoptic practical assessments being carried out during the year, and then the holistic one and the final one at the end of the year with a written exam. With the BRQ level 1, again, they are assignments and practical, about 60-40 again. Level 2 is online exams at the end of each unit, and practical assessment for each unit taught. And level 3 is very similar as well, and barbering.
Perfect, thanks Michelle. So obviously there's a lot of practical work in the courses then, but how often will the students get to use the spa and the hairdressing studios? Is it quite often, or is it sort of quite often?
They'll be in the practical. They'll be in the salons, working in the salons all the time with the practical training, and they'll be working on blocks guided by us tutors.
Wow. Cool. So obviously the spa gets used by sort of outside patrons, doesn't it? So people can come in and get the opportunity. So what does that offer the students? Like how often they get to practice on real clients?
Sharon?
So once the students are comfortable, or we can see that they're doing well, let's say with a facial, we will open up a column or open up a class, and we may have 5, 6, 7 clients book in, so outside clients book in for facials, and we will assign them to the students. This would normally happen for each group, let's say level 2 class, they would get this once a week, hopefully. And for level 3 as well, hopefully once a week. Level 1s don't work on outside clients, they will work on each other.
Cool. Fab. So what I'm hearing is level 1 normally have quite nice nails, just from like giving each other nice nails. So that's, you know, that's where it's at. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So obviously a question that a lot of people have is sort of kit costs and what kind of kit they'll need. So, you know, uniforms and equipment. So what kind of kit even will students have to buy and invest in for their courses?
For beauty therapy, all students will have a uniform and a kit. Now, what happens with that is when the students come and enrol, we give them an order form. So we've negotiated with suppliers already to get the best possible kit and uniform and deal. So they'll get their price lists at enrolment, and then they send off for their kit and their uniform from the suppliers. Now, obviously, it depends on their financial situation, whether they can actually get help or not with that, or whether they can do it themselves. So at every level 1, 2, and 3, they'll have a uniform, they'll all wear the same, and then the kit is slightly different for each level, because that's obviously because they're doing different sorts of treatments.
Cool.
Do you want me to say
yeah.
costs?
Yeah.
I mean, this is an overestimation. So uniform is going to be around about £70. That includes like a tunic, trousers, cardigan. These uniforms, so they're not like your normal clothes. They have to be really hard wearing because they have to be washed very frequently. Kits range from sort of level 1, it's going to be just over £100, level 2 about 160, and level 1 just over 100 again. That includes, certainly for level 2 and 3, a textbook as well that is mapped over to their qualification.
Cool. And for hair, Michelle?
Again, very similar. We do tend to cross over a lot with hair and beauty. The uniform is roughly going to be about £70 to £85, and the kit for level 1 is approximately about £90. Level 2, probably about 220, and level 3 is about 200 to 250, depending on what they're having in the kits. If they're moving on from level 2 to level 3, they might not need so much kit to progress with, and so it's all tailored to their individual needs, really.
Cool, perfect.
Can I just say something about the kit? What this kit is theirs to keep, so it could last forever. I mean, I have got some elements of my kit when I was a student that I've looked after, and it's still going strong. So it's not a kit that is sort of used and then not needed. It is an investment in the future.
Cool, thank you. So we've had a couple of questions from Facebook and YouTube. So Afreen on YouTube wants to know, when is enrolment day? So enrolment's going to be online this year, so it's a little bit different given the current circumstances. But once you've applied and it's all gone through, we'll let you know as soon as we know when enrolment day will happen and exactly what needs to be done. So just have a look in your emails if you've already applied. And if you haven't got anything as it comes to September, give us an email and we'll try and sort that out for you, okay? And then Faith has asked, conversation with the tutors last week regarding work being emailed through that we can start working on during lockdown. When will we receive that? Now, I'm not sure what course. Does that ring a bell for anyone?
That's probably going to be ours. I will chase that up, Faith, and make sure that that happens.
Cool, perfect. We just had another one on YouTube from EBH saying, is there multiple classes or is it one big class?
There's going to be multiple classes. Yeah, I mean, under normal circumstances, we would normally look at sort of 18 to 20 in a class. Obviously, at the minute, we're just trying to work out what's the safest way of doing that. I'm looking, so last year we had one class of level 1, we had one class of level 3, and then we had 3 classes of level 2, and we're expecting the same again this year.
Oh. And is that the same for hair, Michelle?
It is, yes.
Perfect, cool. Fab. Just remember, if you have any other questions, do submit them on Facebook and YouTube, and we'll try and answer them before we run out of time. The next question I have for you is, will students get any work experience or placement opportunities while on the courses?
Yep, do you want me to do that?
Yeah.
Yes, work experience for level 1. This is for 16 to 18-year-olds, work experience. If you're over 19, you don't have to do any work experience. So for level 1, we do something called the WOW programme, which is it is created by Leicester College, and they have, it's very similar to the NCS, where there's lots of charity work and working on members of businesses. So that's level 1. Level 2 and level 3, again, 16 to 18-year-olds. At level 2, it's 37 hours. And at level 3, it's around about 350 hours. So level 2 and 3, for both of those, that work experience, we have a work experience coordinator that can help you look for work experience. For me, the best thing to do is to try and find it yourself, because that is going to be, you might want to look at where it's easy to get to, or you might know somebody that can offer you work experience. So yeah, definitely work experience is part of the course, but it's also part of your future as well.
Cool. And those 350 hours are done in a salon, I assume?
Yes, yes. So certainly at level 3, because to get onto level 3 courses, you have to have passed your level 2, so you will be qualified. So you have an awful lot to offer at level 2, a salon. And it might be, we've had a lot of students in the past that have actually gone to get a job. So they've been at college for 3 days, then they've worked for 2 days, they've got their work experience, and they're obviously being paid as well. So we've had a lot of students that have done that way.
Wow. And Michelle, is that relatively similar for hair as well?
Yeah, we have a work placement coordinator that helps to locate places for the learners. But as Deborah said, it is ideal if they can find their own placements, because it can lead on to a possible job at the end of it.
Cool, perfect. We have some more questions from YouTube as well. So Afreen would like to know where she can get, or where they can get the kit and uniform from. Is there a specific supplier, or is it through us, or?
Yes, Sharon, do you want to do that, Sharon? Yeah.
Go on. So what happens is, when you come to enrol, or however the enrolment's going to run this year, we will give you a kit list, which is like a form that you need to fill out. It'll have things that we need, or you need, on it, and you'll send it off to the suppliers. They will send it to you, or sometimes they actually send it to the college, but most likely to you. Same with the uniform as well. You will write down what sizes you need, how many you need, you have the option, and you'll send it off and you will receive it.
Fab, thanks, Sharon. And the next question we have is, in beauty therapy, do you have to specify in one area, or can you do them all?
Heidi?
Yeah, do you want me to take that one?
Yeah.
In terms of beauty therapy, it's such a mixed bag. It can take you to so many different places. So what we start you off with, predominantly your first qualification to go into work would be your level 2, and that would give you a variety of units. So your manicure, your pedicure, facial, eye treatment, makeup. So you've got all of those sorts of areas that you can either just use that and then go and work maybe in a counter, or focus on just brows or gel polish or something like that. Or you can then move on to do the level 3, which takes you into what we would consider a beauty therapy qualification, where you are able to massage and do all of the electrical treatments and different wraps. There are so many different avenues. For me, I think it's wise to do the level 2 and the level 3 to give yourself the most options, really. And then after that, you will always, as us 3 are, continuously learning. So from that, you might then go off and do HD brow training and focus just on brows. You might want to just do lashes. You might want to then go and become a lash technician, or a nail technician, or a makeup technician, and you can maneuver yourself wherever you want to be because you've got everything. But I mean, for me, I am purely level 2, level 3 trained with additional bits and pieces, and it's allowed me to work in a variety of different places.
Oh, thank you. So one of the questions that I have as well is how often will students be in college? Is it every day, or is it obviously 3 days a week? I know you said 3 days and 2 days in the salon, but is that for all courses or just level 3?
It's normally again, under normal circumstances, it's normally 3 to 4 days. So depending on whether you are doing English and maths as well as your course, would probably tip you into the 4 days. But yeah, it's usually 3 to 4 days.
Cool. And is that the same for hair, Michelle?
Yeah, it's roughly about 3 days. Again, if you need to add maths and English into the course, then you could be in over 5 days, depending on how your timetable falls.
Cool. And are those days like full days, or are they sort of like a couple of hours a day, or is it how many hours a week? Do you know roughly?
They can fall whenever.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily always going to be for the whole day. It could be for the afternoon, it could be for the morning, it could be for the full day. It really depends on how we timetable, and sort of juggling it all round, all the different classes and lecturers.
Cool, perfect. So another question I have, more aimed at Michelle, but would a student be able to go into like straight being a hairdresser or a barber as soon as they finish the course, or is there additional sort of qualifications that they'd need?
Ideally, once they finish the course or progress on to the next course, I would like to see people go through and finish the level 3 to ensure that they're really competent to go into a salon. But should you finish level 2 and get a placement in a salon and continue with your experience, then there's no reason why you can't seek employment.
Cool. And is that the same for beauty therapy? Would you go straight into be able to be a beauty therapist? I know obviously you work in a salon during your 3rd year, but is there additional qualifications that students can get, or?
Do you want to do that, Heidi?
Yeah, as I kind of said before, you can do learning all the time within beauty. It's a constantly changing and evolving industry, which makes it really exciting because you're never not learning anything. Most salons prefer you to have the level 3 qualification. So that would be hotels, spas, cruise liners, that sort of thing. If you ever wanted to do what we're doing and come to teach, you definitely need up to your level 3. So I would always do the level 2 and level 3, like I say, to give you the most options out there, and then you can choose which areas you want to go through. And again, that's something that we would offer you. We would discuss those different career options with you and different avenues that you can go down and ways that you can achieve it.
Thanks, Heidi. So next question I have is, would students be able to resit their GCSEs alongside these courses? Is it just level 2 courses that you can resit alongside, or can you resit alongside the level 3?
It depends. It depends what grade you get, whether you can resit your GCSEs or whether it needs to be functional skills. But there are entry requirements anyway. So for the level 2 beauty therapy courses, and I'm pretty sure hairdressing is the same, you need to get a GCSE level 3. Now, if you then the following year wanted to go on to do your level 3 beauty therapy qualification, the entry requirement there is that you have a GCSE grade 4. So it would be in your best interests that if you got a GCSE grade 3, that you did that alongside your level 2 beauty therapy course as well, which then gives you the entry requirements to move on to level 3 beauty therapy.
Perfect, cool. So just sort of a question for everyone really. If a student is looking to start with us in September, obviously while we've got a little bit of time during lockdown, what would you recommend they do to sort of prepare themselves to start the courses? Is there any sort of advice you'd give them? Sort of things to look up for, things to start doing while they're at home?
For me, it is making sure you know exactly what a beauty therapist does. So looking at the job role. A lot of people think beauty therapists, it's an easy job and it's an easy course. It's not. It's hard. It's very rewarding, and we've all been doing this for a long time. So it is very rewarding, but just absolutely finding out exactly what the role of a beauty therapist is, and sort of like the daily life of a beauty therapist. For level 2 students and for level 3 students in beauty therapy, we are in the process of contacting them anyway, and sending homework out that they can be doing during this time, and then that prepares them ready and gives them a head start for when they start our courses in September.
Amazing. And any advice for hairdressing and barber students, Michelle?
I would be recommending that they're looking, on areas where they're seeing the up and coming trends and working out for themselves on how they're going to create them styles and how they can achieve those styles. We've also got work packs going out for a little bit of help and guidance on what things that they can be looking for and working towards, ready for when they start September.
Amazing, cool. So that's all the questions I do have for you. If you have any sort of last minute questions, feel free to quickly send them in while we're wrapping up. But just wanted to sort of get a little lovely little tidbit from you, or a piece of advice sort of that you have for students going into the course this year. Anything that you'd like to say to them if they're not applied yet, or they're a bit apprehensive or anything. So anyone would like to sort of give any advice?
Shall I go first? Because I seem to have done quite a lot of talking. So may as well do that. Yes, again, just make sure you fully understand what a beauty therapist is about. Make sure that you are committed. So look at what else is going on in your life, so you can fully commit to the course. Again, it's hard. It is hard. You need to be able to do some work at home as well. We're here to support you. We're all extremely passionate about beauty therapy. We've all been in a number of years together. So yeah, we're here to help you, and we will do everything we can, but make sure you're prepared and ready.
Amazing. Anyone else?
I think one of the things I'd found is, I know there's a lot of 16-year-olds that haven't been able to do their GCSEs this year, not had a prom or a sort of closing party to them leaving school, and I appreciate that coming to college can feel like a really big jump. If you are apprehensive, or are worried about anything but need something to be moving on to into September, then to get in contact with us really, and we can talk to you about it. And if you feel it's right for you, then you know we can work something out with you to try and sort of stop all that sort of apprehension and worry.
But how's the best way for students to get in contact with you? Is it by email or?
I would say by email. I'm assuming we can. Is there a way we can put our email up here?
Yeah, I can pop it in the comments for you.
Yeah. So I'd probably say for yours, Deborah. Do you think? And
Yeah.
put all ours on.
Yeah. Put out all of our emails on.
Cool, perfect. I will do that. Have a look in the comments sort of in the next couple of minutes while I just type them all in. But yeah, did you have anything, Michelle or Sharon, to say?
I missed a little bit.
Michelle, you know. I mean, it's a great place to come and learn with a great team, as is Beauty as well. And you know, we have a lot of support networks as well for people that are probably a little bit anxious and things like that. So don't let it stop you coming to learn.
And Sharon, would you like to sort of say anything to students as we wrap up a little bit?
Yeah, we look forward to seeing you. We want you to choose the right career. We can help you with that if you do have any questions. I think that was said. I did lose my internet partway through, so I'm not quite sure what I missed. But if you do have any questions, queries, or you're a little bit unsure, just send us an email and we'll try and help out. But we look forward to seeing you.
Thanks, Sharon. Well, that's the sort of all we have time for, but thank you so much for joining me all. It's been very informative and quite fun. I will definitely be in, you know, when things open up again for a wrap, because I have no idea what that means, so I'm very excited. But thank you so much for joining us. If you do have any other questions, again, I'll pop the emails in the comments. They'll be sort of up in the next couple of minutes. And you can email them, or if anything outside of that, enrolment or application related, you can email info@leicestercollege.ac.uk and they'll be able to help you out. Or you can message us on Facebook or Instagram, or comment on any of the posts, and we'll try our best to answer your questions. So thank you so much for joining us. We're back a little bit later with apprenticeships, so do keep an eye out for that if you're interested. But for now, we'll say goodbye. So thanks so much, guys, and see you later.
Bye. See you.